Hey guys, it's Kalia Hosh-Farley here, real estate investor coach in Washington, D.C. And I'm here today to talk to you more about the difference between prospecting and marketing for real estate investors. I have my little helper in the back here. She begged me to take her to IKEA so that we could go jump in the balls. You see her peeping, so you may see her jumping in the back. Okay, so hi Toya, how are you? I'm glad that you were able to jump on and join me. So just in case you missed it, we're getting ready to talk about the difference between prospecting and marketing for real estate investors, because there is a difference. So first I want to start off by saying that they are both proactive, meaning as though basically you're going after or you're driving business for your business. So any type of business you have, not even just for real estate, but of course prospecting is very important. And so it's required in order to gain more leads and more clients for your business. So it's very proactive. But the difference between the two is that prospecting is proactive and it's direct. So meaning you're actually targeting people, you're actually getting in contact with people, and you're waiting for those people to respond to you. So prospecting can include like door knocking. Let's say if you're driving for dollars, you're going around looking for vacant properties, you're writing down those addresses. That's considered driving for dollars. So if you're door knocking, cold calling, driving for dollars, or any type of networking. So if you're going to, let's say, real estate investing events and you're going around meeting people, that's considered prospecting. And so as a new investor, it's good to prospect for at least 2.5 hours per day. I know that seems like a lot. You have to try to manage your time. If you're cold calling, for instance, you can block out time in the evening. The best time to call is at 6:30, Monday through Thursday. And then on Friday's not really a good time to call. But you can also call people on Saturdays in the morning or Sundays in the evening. And some people also like to call Monday through Thursday in the morning time. So like, let's say before people are going to work. I personally like the evening better, but also the morning also works. But again, you got to set out time for that, because especially if you don't have employees or you don't have other people that you're working with, all of your business is solely based upon you. So if you're not going out, meeting people, calling people, looking for new leads, then it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to grow your business. So prospecting is very essential. Okay, the other one is marketing. So I'm sure if you go in like different groups or meet different investors, a lot of people say that they spend a lot of time on marketing. Personally, I spend more time with the prospecting. Even when I hire people, I basically have them, once we get all the leads that we need as far as vacant properties, we get them from the probate office, and most of our time is spent actually calling people. So I spend a lot of time with the prospecting. And I follow up with the marketing with those people that I cannot reach on the phone. So if I've called people, or I just know, for example, that these people haven't sold their house yet, then they may get a marketing piece from me. But I found that it saves money to actually call first. Even if I had a list of, let's say, pre-foreclosures or whatever the case is, any leads that I get, I always look up the phone numbers, because I find that if people have already sold the house, or they've decided not to sell their house, well, I can save my marketing dollars and not actually send them to those people. So okay, so not to get off tangent here, but so marketing is basically direct mail. So if you're sending mailers to people, it also includes, like, let's say if you were doing online marketing like Facebook, Google ads, all of that's considered marketing. Another one would be bandit signs. So like when you see these signs on the side of the road, those are also considered marketing. And the difference is that marketing is indirect. So anytime you're doing any marketing, you're basically waiting for people to call you. So that's the difference between prospecting and marketing. Is prospecting is basically you reaching out to people, whereas marketing is, okay, I've put this mailing, these pieces out here, or I put up my bandit signs, now waiting on people to get in contact with me. And so that can be, for a newbie, there's nothing wrong with marketing, but the thing about it is that, it can take more time, because of course, even if you're sending out mailers, there's a frequency to it. So you may send, let's say when I was sending people in foreclosure, I would mail a new piece of them at least every week before they went to the auction. So well, marketing, you do have to get in contact with people more than once. So you may send out like 3 pieces, 5 pieces, and now all of a sudden you have people calling you. But in the meantime, you can't spend all your money just on doing marketing, and then you don't have any business. So you also have to be able to do prospecting to start making some money now. So prospecting is more money now, whereas marketing can be more money later. So it's good to try to do a combination of the two, but definitely focusing on your your prospecting when you're just getting started. So, and also too, for those of you, some people are actually going through the gain more leads challenge, and that challenge is considered prospecting. So if you're going to the courthouse, because in that challenge, you are going to the courthouse, you're getting leads, you're looking up the phone numbers, you're calling those leads. So that is considered prospecting, for those of you who wanted to know the difference. Toya, did you have any questions just about prospecting and marketing? Okay, yes, if you can go ahead, you can drop your comment below, and I'll go ahead and I'll answer any questions that anyone has. So for any others that are on, if you have any questions, go ahead and I'll go ahead and answer them. Okay, so she says, which one is more beneficial? I would say go ahead and start with, I've seen the best quick results with the prospecting. So the prospecting, as far as like how I mentioned the gain leads challenge, I mean, most investors that I know, this is what most people are doing. So a lot of times when people are getting started, I don't know why, but a lot of these gurus, they kind of like mislead people. You know, they'll have you doing all these things to try to get leads, but that's not maybe what they're doing. But most investors that I know, for example, including myself, are pretty much driving for dollars. Like, so if you live somewhere where there's a lot of vacant properties, that's a good way to go about it. And then also getting leads if you have time. Like, some people work during the day, so maybe they don't have time. If you don't have time, it's always good too you could work with interns. I've hired a lot of people who were interns. They were in college, they had time, they wanted to know about real estate, and I would just even teach them how to get the leads. But so that's if you work during the day. But if not, you know, you can start with the gain more leads challenge, and actually learn how to get the leads from your local courthouse. So if you can't go with yours, like let's say, because the way the information is released is always different based upon the courthouse, but you can at least try to call maybe like 2 or 3 other courthouses that are near you and see if you can get the leads from that. Because if you get the probate leads, those are free, especially if you can get them directly from the courthouse. Because even for those, as I mentioned yesterday, you know, most people charge about $600 just to be able to sell you those leads, and you're going to get it for like maybe over a 3-month period. Whereas if you're going on your own, you get the leads, you can call the leads, and you have more control over it. So definitely what I suggest starting off with is trying to get your own leads. So if you can get the vacant properties, the probates, even for instance, you can, with the foreclosures, it depends upon your court. You may not be able to get those. Another good source for leads is like landlord tenants. What some people do is they go to the courthouse again to try to talk to tired landlords, or they'll send tired landlords letters. But that's again considered marketing. So I suggest calling people first, and then if you can't call them, then go ahead and send them a letter. Because you probably don't have, like when you first start getting your leads, you're not going to really have that many leads. You know, starting off, let's say even if you have 100. But if you call some of them are going to say no. So you can just go ahead and call the ones that you can. And then for the ones that you can't call, then go ahead and send them a letter. And what I could suggest for that is just pretty much, depends upon your time, but I would just print them out myself. And then when you get the letter, you can go ahead and put it in an envelope. Now, it is best if you're doing it yourself. One tidbit is that it's better to handwrite the envelopes. Some people, they like to do like a fake me out print looking like it's handwriting, but it's best to write out the envelopes, because then people are more likely to open up your mail. So that's pretty much what I have today for the prospecting and marketing. Did you have any other questions? Any other questions, anyone? So if you're not already taking the gain leads challenge, now that challenge really is just primarily for people who want to jump right in. Let's say they want a bird dog, or they want to wholesale or flip properties, or whatever the case is. That program is primarily for people who are just looking for leads. I do have another step-by-step. So I do offer another course, and that's for people who want to know step-by-step from beginning to end, as far as like getting business cards, where to get the business cards, other types of leads, how to research the leads, basically what to say to sellers, going over the scripts, the different scripts for the different types of leads, because there are different scripts depending upon like which leads you're going after. So this course also goes over like how to do the market analysis, basically everything from beginning to end. And like the way, it's hard for me, like sometimes people ask me like, oh, how do you do your market analysis and things like that. It's something that you learn over time, and everybody probably does theirs a little bit differently. But basically that's included in here. And also I give you the contracts and things like that. What I'll do, Toya, is I'll go ahead and drop the link below. But also too, in that challenge, and I was going to go ahead and post a video, I do go over like different investment strategies, because there are like probably up to about like 6 to 10 strategies just for real estate investing. And so they're all a little bit different. But one thing is that, and we call them exit strategies, but basically like the way you start off will be the same no matter what the investment is, and then you kind of analyze the deal. So in this step by step, we also go over like analyzing the deals and things like that, kind of as a group, because you'll find when you get into it, each deal is going to be a little bit different. So there's really no like one size fits all, even though some people go into it as a one size fit all. But if you do it that way, you're probably going to do less deals. So you have to be able to look at each deal differently with a different set of eyeballs in order to be able to get something out of these deals. So what I'll do, Toya, is I'll go ahead and drop the link below to that other course that I mentioned, and also the Gain Leads, both of those, so that you have them. And then you can have more information all about it. It has everything, all the details about them on the pages. So I'll go ahead and drop that. So did you have any more questions just about the prospecting and marketing? I think my little helper is ready to go. She's ready to go get in the balls at IKEA. She's so excited. You see, she's always so excited. Aaliyah. Okay, so I'll go ahead and drop that. Oh, you're welcome. And I thank you for joining in. And also, too, if you have anybody else that you feel can gain value from the group and the information that's presented there, please go ahead and add them. Okay, and bye for now. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.